What is up guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style, and today we have Weekend Wars number 18 for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the previous Weekend Wars yesterday. Double bill this weekend, so trying to get the content rolling out from the EYG clan. Certainly some fantastic attacks yesterday and some more good ones today from Science of War. I know you guys absolutely loved the CWL recap from Science of War. One of my most viewed videos of recent. Getting a lot of attention on that, so I just want to thank everyone for the support, especially from all those from EYG. So nonetheless, you can see we are in the middle of battle day, 12 hours in, and Science of War absolutely destroying deadly warriors. Currently we're going to be taking a look at 5 of the attacks that have already gone in, and I tell you what, some of these attacks are pretty strong indeed. So we're going to be starting off with a Town Hall 10. This is a Gobo wipe, so I was quite interested to see this. Usually you don't see the golems in this sort of attack strategy. You would see Peckable Bat, something like that, or even Witchwalk Bowlers, something like that. But it was interesting, I thought, for this one, TD Demand bringing in the bowlers. So let's see how he is going to go about this. So we're going to start off with a wall wrecker down from this bottom section of the base. A few bombs going off down there, going to do a little bit of damage onto those bowlers early on, which isn't really what we're looking for. A giant bomb only catching the golem and the wall wrecker, which is pretty perfect for us. Oh, and that single target Inferno absolutely melting through the wall wrecker. So really could have done with probably freezing that up a lot earlier, as well as the dragon from the clan castle. Of course, rages and heal spells going to be going down in tandem through the center of this base for the bowlers that came out of the clan castle and the bowlers that TD the man brought in his army. There is also a P.E.K.K.A, I believe, in the mix. Oh, it looks like Valkyries actually came out of the wall wrecker. My apologies. The jump spell going to give access into these outer compartments. Probably could have placed that slightly better, which would have given access into that left hand compartment, but nonetheless TD Demand looking pretty strong here, continuing to push around this left hand side, and the King and Queen's ability both still in hand. Free spell did go down there on what I believe was the Inferno Tower. I might have missed that, might have got that wrong. I think it was an Inferno Tower though, and was able to get that down. So the King still going strong, his ability used right there. The few wizards on the outside also helping clean up. Unfortunately, a giant bomb, taking out the majority of those bowlers there, and then the mortar getting the job done. So they have all pretty much gone down. There is 1 or 2 on the outside, as well as a couple of witches, which are doing a pretty good job at cleaning up around there. The Queen is going to carry this one probably with her ability still in hand. And remember, this isn't even a max Queen for Town Hall 10. Still got 8 levels on her to go. So looking pretty strong here. TD Demand, a very impressive 3-star attack for sure. And with these few buildings remaining, the P.E.K.K.As that are still up, as well as that golem still on full health, gonna be absolutely wrecking through this space. So we will just speed up to ×2 to finish off right here. A giant bomb actually catching these troops at the end, but the Queen with her ability able to get the job done. So well done to TD the man on that 3-star. Let's go and take a look at another Town Hall 10 3-star. Red Skittles is going to be going in on this one with a P.E.K.K.A Bobat. We also have some, so I suppose this is a Pee-wee Bobat. We have some witches in the mix too, and the witches are going to be going in down from the bottom of this base. The King going to be tanking, and the P.E.K.K.As in there. 4 of the giant bombs going to be going off down very early on at the bottom. That could have spelled disaster for Red if that had managed to catch his bowlers and witches. Really could have caused a lot of issues indeed. Giant bomb in the center right there going to cause a little bit of issues to some of those bowlers, but they are still up, and that single target Inferno shouldn't do too much. The single target Inferno, however, on this left hand side may cause some issues for that Stone Slammer, especially with the Air Sweeper pushing them back. But we now have the bats coming in from the top of this base. That single target Inferno will not do too much, so we should be good there. And E-Drag comes out of the Stone Slammer and should do some decent work on this left hand side of the base for us. Queen's ability is still in hand and probably will be used on the enemy queen? No. So not even going to be using it on the enemy queen, going to be saving it for the back end of this one. The free spell slightly off there on the right hand side, and the wizard tower was able to take care of those bats, unfortunately, but we still have so many troops up pushing onto the outside of the base at the top left that really this should not be too much of an issue for red to finish this one off. The E-Drag, that Stone Slammer and E-Drag combination on the left hand side, clearing out pretty much that whole compartment, so a great use of that right there. He obviously had taken a look and decided that he would be able to get some really good value out of that, so pushing in through the bottom certainly worked on this one, and the Stone Slammer, like I said, getting some great value in on that left hand side. And at this point it's just a case of cleanup, so we will speed it up 2 times 2 to finish off. The Queen's ability probably going to be swagged right there. The E-Drag still on full health, I believe. There's plenty of P.E.K.K.A.s and Bolas in the mix too, so well done to red on that one, swagging the Queen's ability. Let's go and take a look at another Town Hall 10 attack. So we have red Skittles going in again, this time going to be showcasing a slightly different strategy. So I believe this is Witch Walk Bowlers, which is one of my personal favorite strategies for sure. So we're going to be looking at walking the witches around the edge of the base and pushing into the center with the wall wrecker and then the bowlers. So no, in fact, red Skittles is going to be doing this slightly differently to how I do the Witch Walk Bowlers. He is going to be getting everything pushing into the center. The healer is going to be following everything in, and we need these bowlers to push into the center. We definitely don't want them to walk, and it looks like only one has walked around to that right hand side, which is perfect. Out comes an ice golem and a dragon from the clan castle. Red Skittles choosing to drop a free spell down on them to make sure we can push through nice and quickly, and it looks, unfortunately, it looks like that our Archer Queen has pushed around to that left hand side, which is quite gutting. We definitely want her in the middle to take out the enemy dragon, but the witches have managed to get the job done. We still have plenty of spells left up, a rage and a heal left up, and that is going to go down on the giants which have came out of the wall wrecker, so they should be able to get a little bit of value through the center and will also be able to tank for us. A rage spell going down in the center, really not the best use of a rage spell there. Not affecting too many troops. Really probably could have used it on the back end to help these witches and the queen push around this left hand side. Still have a freeze in hand as well, so this one getting quite close, a lot closer than the previous one, that is for sure. We also have that builder hut on the right hand side, which might cause some timing issues, but we are going to continue pushing on through here. The healers that are still up are going to lock onto our queen, which is perfect, going to bring her back up to full health, which is great for the back end of this one. Like I said, we still have that free spell, which is going to go down right there. It will allow the skeletons to get out in front of the witches, which hopefully will tank. And at this point we have 5 witches still up, so this base is going to go down because you think there's not many troops up, but the witches get so many skeletons in the mix that usually on the back end they can clean up. Our Archer Queen, the overpowered wall breaker right there, going to be shooting on a wall as always, but the witches, like I said, will get the job done right here. And as we speed it up to ×2, they will finish off, like I said, on that builder hut on the right hand side. So another impressive 3-star right there from red Skittles, so well done on that one. And let's go and take a look at some Town Hall 12 3-stars. And now we're going to be taking a look at some Town Hall 12 3-stars from the infamous Mr. Amazing. And everyone knows him in EYG, probably one of the most talkative people in the chat. So we're going to be seeing how he goes about 3-starring this base. And the first thing I noticed, obviously, only 2 Inferno Towers. So it's by no means a max Town Hall 12, but it's still interesting to see how Mr. Amazing is going to go about this. So we're going to start off with an E-Drag on this right hand side. Going to get some fantastic value from it. Nothing really going to lock onto it, so it will just continue to get those chain value lightning shots off and rip through the right hand side of this base. That single target Inferno as well as the air defense will take it down right there. And now we are starting our push into the center of this base. Mr. Amazing going to be using that Warden's ability nice and early to make sure that wall wrecker gets through the wall and into that town hall compartment. 2 dragons coming out of the clan castle, which could cause some issues for sure. We need to get them down as quickly as we can. Plenty of skeletons in the mix as well, and that gigabomb will cause some issues in the center for sure, because we do not have our Warden's ability as it was used at the start of this one. We do have, of course, the bat spells for the back end with this peckable bat strategy, and that eagle artillery has not gone down, and that will cause some trouble for us for sure. A fantastic free spell right there, catching 4 defenses, including that wizard tower as well as the eagle artillery. Great placement on that, so well done to Mr. Amazing on that one. Going to continue pushing on through this base, and we need to make sure that wizard tower stays frozen. Oh no! Oof. I don't know how that wizard tower did not take down the bats there. Got very lucky indeed. Do use the free spell on the back end on this one, on that wizard tower on the back end, which allows the bats to finish off right here. But I bet that was a lot closer than Mr. Amazing would have liked. God, I thought that wizard tower was going to roast through those bats, and I thought it was going to come really close and down to the wire, but Mr. Amazing proving me wrong and able to get the job done pretty convincingly there. So let's go and take a look at another one of his 3-star attacks. And here we go, Mr. Amazing against Lord Jim. Going to be going in here with a pretty similar strategy. Pee-wee Bobat right here, going to be starting off with a test loon, which was perfect on that left hand side. Did pick up a Seeking Airmine, and if he hadn't put that down, that E-Drag would go bye-bye. So, going to get a little bit of value off that E-Drag on the left hand side. Probably not as much value as he got from the previous attack, but nonetheless, it will set the funnel, which is exactly what we are looking for. So let's see where he's going to go in from now. The only real spell he's carrying here is the rage spell. The rest of them are going to be for the bat portion of the attack. Going to start with the P.E.K.K.A.s going in first, of course. A few bowlers on that right hand side just to set the funnel, and everything else is going to push into the core of this base. Some bowlers, unfortunately, on that left hand side are going to get taken out pretty quickly from that wizard tower, so not getting the best value in there, but everything now pushing into the core of this base. Eagle shots raining down, but the warden's ability had already been used. That Giga Tesla in the center, not at max level, so we will not have to worry about the Giga Bomb at all, but it can still do plenty of damage, and we need it to go down sooner rather than later. King's ability going off on this left hand side, hopefully going to push through there, but the single target Infernos unfortunately locking onto him and taking him down very quickly. An Ice Golem popping in the center of the base is going to help Mr. Amazing to clean out some of these. The Queen doing a fantastic job right there with the Autumn Skin. I believe the Warden also unfortunately getting locked onto by that single target Inferno, and he is going to fall. Our Queen takes down the enemy Queen, and in comes the bat spells straight onto this wizard tower. We need to make sure it goes down, and we will have a clear shot through all of the remainder of this base. A free spell was used on that single target Inferno, but unfortunately it was not quite enough to take that down. The first free spell going down on the wizard tower, single target Inferno and mortar right there, and the second one allows Mr. Amazing to finish off this base. Got a little bit lucky there, not many troops left up at the end. The bat spells coming in pretty clutch indeed, only a couple of witches swinging along this left hand side, and we'll just speed this up to ×4 to finish off. And as Mr. Amazing finishes off this one, I just want to say thank you again for all the support from the EYG community. You guys have just been absolutely incredible. Certain people commenting on all my videos, I honestly I can't thank you guys enough. It really means a lot. Especially seeing the people that are coming back video after video after video, liking, commenting, and just showing the support. It really does mean a lot, so thank you. And yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video from Science of War. I certainly enjoyed recording it. These guys are absolutely amazing. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.